All right, so all 10 have loaded, and we are in the picks now. Looks like there's going to be a Sand King pickup on the Radiant team. And facing Pudge, and if I'm not mistaken, Big Foig is going to be on the Pudge. Wind Ranger pickup. We're probably going to see Wind Ranger run safe lane. And of course, standard with all picks, we're probably not going to find out what the teams are going to be until absolutely last second. So there's, at this point... Okay, Razor could be a good mid. And stealing the strength away from Pudge if he does choose to go mid. Crystal Maiden likely going to be going with the Sand King. Oh, we also have a Tidehunter. Tidehunter is going to be good as an offlaner. Probably leveling up Kraken Shell. And it looks like there's going to be a repick from the Sand King. Legion Commander has the option to either go safe lane with Crystal Maiden. She might also jungle. Might go with Moment of Courage build. And on the Dire, we have a Treant Protector, Wind Ranger, Vengeful Spirit, Spectre, and a Pudge.
Prepare for battle.
So going bottom, it looks like Centaur Warrunner is going to be taking the safe lane. Most likely with the Crystal Maiden. And I think we can assume Tidehunter is going to go off lane. I don't think Legion Commander is going to do it. She does have Moment of Courage leveled up, so we'll be jungling this time. Spectre's taking top on the Dire time. Teed.
30 seconds to battle.
And Treant Protector likely going for early Tranquils. Picks up his Ring of Armor. And gives him a bit more durability in the lane. Vengeful Spirit getting some good regen and a Circlet and some clarity. She'll be able to steal some strength early on and possibly secure a kill for Spectre top lane. Wind Ranger, as the observer wards, looks like she's going to ward bottom a little bit more aggressively. They can see the routing just to perhaps to see if Razor ends up ganking early on. Now this ward is going to expire around 6 minutes in, so hopefully if the Razor does choose to gank, he ganks before the 6 minute mark. And top we have a DD Rune, which no teams have vision on at the moment. So Pudge will be mid by Big Foig and chooses to level up Meat Hook first. Getting the denies. And top will be Tidehunter with Legion Commander. So she's not jungling. She chooses to get Moment of Courage and just go top. Very durable team here. They will have the lifesteal on the Legion Commander and Anchor Smash actually coming off from Tidehunter. Not going to go with the Kraken Shell quite yet. Meanwhile, bottom, we have a Centaur Warrunner with... oh, I just realized. My overlays have been on this whole time. There we go. Centaur Warrunner with the Crystal Maiden bottom. And she levels up the Crystal Nova first, enabling for a little bit of a slow. And Centaur Warrunner leveling up return. Now just picking up hoof stomp. Top is taking a bit of a hit here. The Tidehunter and Legion Commander are able to stay fairly aggressive. Does let out the gush, so Tidehunter now a little low in mana for the next little while. Does have clarity, likely will be popping. And pushing that creep wave up. Looks like Vengeful Spirit is just going to be stacking the creep camp and getting ready in case the creep wave pushes up too far. That Vector will have the proper room underneath the tower to get the last hits. Mid, Big Void using Rot, trying to do a little bit of damage on Razor and isn't able to do very much. Bottom now, Treant Protector's really close to falling, and Centaur Warrunner had successfully got a hoof stop off, and isn't able to complete it. He's going to walk away with 270 health. Windrunner has Windrun leveled up, so she's going to be in a good position to get away in case getting hoof stomped. And she eats up those tangos just so that she keeps her regen up. That hoof stop right now doing 100 damage and stunning for 2 seconds. Fully leveled up, does 250 damage and does almost a 3-second stun. Very close to Tidehunter's ult, actually. Fully leveled up is 2.77, obviously not having the same radius, but a great stun duration from Centaur. Meanwhile, top, looks like there's some stacking and pulling going on. Not only do they get the experience from the creep wave, but Spectre has the ability to last hit under tower safely. Tidehunter seeing the opportunities, trying to take the experience from Vengeful Spirit. Spectre's not going quite in yet, doesn't feel that it's a safe situation. Anchor Smash is only level 1. Doesn't have Kraken Shell, so he's a little bit vulnerable here. And I think the Anchor Smash just barely misses. No, it does actually hit. The Gush lands as well. Press the attack is used, and she's looking to return to battle. Now, I'm not sure how long she's going to be able to last. Venge just getting melted by the right clicks. Spectre dealing a little bit of damage now. Melee Crypt also taking down the Legion Commander. And press the attack is definitely going to be available a couple seconds from now, and has nearly full mana. And we actually missed First Blood. Razor has fallen to the Pudge, so Big Foig successfully got to First Blood and picks up the bottle. Doesn't have the ward to have total rune control here in the situation. Actually might die to the Razor. And should survive, actually baited quite well underneath the tower, nearly falling to the tower. One more hit from the tower would have killed the Razor, leaving Pudge with 2 kills, but he it does manage to get away. Both of them now very low health. Pudge with that advantage of the bottle. Unfortunately, it's just sitting at base, now finally on its way. Spectre getting gushed on top. Tidehunter is
missing bottom.
Just eating through his mana. Another 3 seconds until Gush is off cooldown. He will decide to do it on Spectre, and this actually might finish the Spectre. It does. Spectre falls to the Tidehunter Gush. And doing quite well top. Keeping them at bay. In the meantime, Vengeful Spirit's going to have to play a little bit defensively. Doesn't have the Spectre right clicks. And it looks like we missed down at mid. Pudge and Razor actually killed each other. Interesting. Some very close plays coming mid. Let's take a look. Centaur Warrunner now has a Ring of Health. And now he has the opportunity to go a few different directions with this. He can either go for his Vanguard, his Hood of Defiance, or a Perseverance. And he may, since he's laning against the Wind Ranger and the Treant Protector, he may be going for a Vanguard. Wind Ranger, Focus Fire, still believe does physical damage with their ultimate, and so he's going to want to protect himself as much as that is possible from that as much as possible. Let's take a look top. Tidehunter potentially looking to. Okay, no, he's just doing a little bit of roaming, seeing if somebody's caught off guard. Venge, of course, has been stacking and pulling the creep camp, perhaps trying to get him out of position. Now, they're not getting the experience in the lane right now. They're just working on this hard camp. Tidehunter taking down the attacks of the hard camp for the Legion Commander. And they're looking really strong with the combination of this armor reduction and, pardon me, the lifesteal as well as the damage reduction coming off from the Tidehunter. And he's just aggressively going in there. Has level 3 Gush with a total damage right now of 210. Spectre with only 430 life left. A little bit squishy in this first part of the game. And now bottom. Looks like Living Armor was put on the Wind Ranger. Was in a little bit of a pickle there for a minute and play a little bit defensively. Centaur Warrunner almost level 6. Stampede just about ready to go. I don't think that they're going to be able to finish off one of the heroes, though, early on, just between this Living Armor and the Windrun on Windrunner. So we're probably going to see a rotation mid. Pudge doesn't have any urn charges. Continues to fight off these creeps, get some last hits, but Razor playing very aggressively, almost taking care of that Pudge. It's a good thing he just barely got out of the road of the plasma field, and a nice hook actually lands, and the tower might finish him off. One more shot from the tower could do it. And it does finish him off. Very, very nice play from Pudge. Very, very strong play mid. Very impressed with this Pudge mid. I know that Big Foig isn't typically a Dota player, and so he's making some very good on-the-fly decisions against Razor, keeping the advantage. Let's take a look at last hits right now. Looks like Centaur Warrunner is at 40 last hits. And, oh, there's a bit of an engagement, actually. He does get the hoof stomp off the tree, on the tree protector, and the Living Armor is cast on himself. This should keep him alive, and he does get away to safety. Vengeful Spirit now rotating bottom. And looking to get this Crystal Maiden a little bit out of position. And now the Crystal Maiden does see. And they bring in the hoof stomp. This combination is very, very deadly with the double stun. Could be more effective now against the Spectre. They don't have the escapes and the stuns that the previous laning composition had, so they're at a bit more of a disadvantage. Windrunner now here, gonna try and get a power shot shackle off most likely, and they decide just to back off. Dagger was used by Spectre, and so they're gonna take it easy for a moment. Meanwhile, top Freon Protector has the Bassi Ring on, and is pretty low in mana at the moment, so should be susceptible to the Tide. If he gets an Anchor Smash off here, he actually could fall, and he does fall to the Tide Hunter with one more Anchor Smash. Unfortunately, not looking too good for the Dire at this point. Right now, tier 1 tower top at half health. Possibly engagement happening bottom. The Radiant size has the tower right now full health. And Centaur Warrunner does get shackled, and now he's right in the middle. He gets a great hoof stop off and returning damage like crazy to the Windrunner, and manages to finish her off. Spectre taking some last hits. In danger of the Hoop Stomp. Hoop Stomp is up for Centaur. He decides to turn back.
Top tower has fallen.
And top is destroyed by the Radiant team. Tide Hunter looking very strong with the Legion Commander. Legion now has level 3 press the attack. Bonus attack speed of 100 for 5 seconds with a great regen of 50 for health. Now mid, Razor's taking down the mid tower very well, and it's just at a little bit less than a quarter health now. Hook is up, ultimate is up from Pudge. He's going to try getting a hook off here if he can. Unfortunately, those creeps were just blocking a little bit too much, wasn't able to do it. Meanwhile, bottom, Crystal Maiden trying to get a slow off. Hoof Stomp isn't in there in time to complete it, and Haunt is up on the Spectre, so we'll see if there's a team fight that's being forced. Now, looks like, oh, Razor is dying to the Pudge, and Pudge is doing an incredible job mid, and we'll see if they deny the tower mid. It's just sitting there with 40 health, and no, they decide to go on the Tide Hunter. Windrunner, I'm not sure. Okay, she just walks right past. Legion Commander has the duel up. She's going to try and get the duel off, and will go through the Windrun. Tide Hunter now taking down the attacks of the Windrunner and finishing the deal.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bonus damage now going on Legion Commander. Treant Protector just barely getting away. Does have Overgrowth up. Stun comes off Avenge. Looking for a hook on Pudge. Does have his ultimate as well. And the Gush goes on Pudge. His right clicks are not reduced, however. And Living Armor being put on the tower. He says, no, we're not going to even deny it. Freon Protector's here. We're just going to heal that thing right up. Meanwhile, Spectre bottom, continuing to farm the creeps and keeping that Crystal Maiden at bay. Looking for an engagement mid. Now, keep in mind, Spectre's Pond is up. And if they can manage to force a team fight here, they should be able to do quite a bit of damage. And the engagement's about to happen. The Gush does go off on the Pudge. Pudge does get swapped, and the Ravage is huge. Ravage is then followed by a duel, and the Shackle doesn't do very much. Pudge is, or Tidehunter rather, is going to be able to safely get out of there. Legion Commander starting to stack up and right clicks. Wind Ranger falls as well as Spectre, and Vengeful Spirit and Treant Protector are forced back to base. Crystal Maiden continuing to farm up bottom. Unfortunately, the Dire only with 4 kills, the Radiant with 11. Centaur leading with 70 last hits. That's over twice as much as the next most farmed person, which is the Tidehunter on the Radiant side. So the Spectre is the only farmed person up on the Dire at the moment, and 13 minutes in has a hand of Midas, but really that's it. Haven't moved ahead in any more net worth or any damage items. Now the tier 1 towers for bottom, mid, and top have been taken by the Radiant. And there's going to have to be a turnaround here. They're going to have to start pushing towers, but unfortunately, the team fight has just not been coming online the way that Dire has been needing it to. The Ravage duel that happened mid just a minute ago with the engagement was a bit too much for the Dire to be able to handle. Possible engagement now. Treant Protector is a little bit out in the open. They do have the vision on the Radiant, so they do feel a little bit protected. Pudge is going to look to get some hooks off with the advantage of that vision, and he doesn't get it. Just a little bit too far of a distance.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looks like a bit of a push up mid, and nice wards coming from the Wind Ranger, allowing that Pudge to maximize his potential with a hook. And we're going to see what happens with the Razor counter initiation. He's going to open up with a plasma field, and now you can see the Tidehunter now with a blink. The Ravage is up in 10 seconds. He's going to try and get a combo here. The Razor does open up, steals, and we'll see a follow-up. Yeah, we'll see the duel follow up and just melting the Dire team. Tidehunter doesn't even have to Ravage for this to be effective. He will be able to blink in just a moment. He'll choose to blink and Gush, followed up by an Anchor Smash. Oh, he actually won't go on the Vengeful Spirit. Venge does get away and has the Tranquils. Unfortunately, not having a TP scroll, and Spectre's gonna, he does have a TP scroll. He's gonna go into safety and use his TP there. Oh no, he just walks straight past it. Fortunately getting away. Centaur War Runner, very, very scary. Not only does he have a Vanguard at 15 minutes, but he also has his Blink. Just farming up the hard creep camp. They're going to be taking this top tower. 16 minutes already attacking the tier 2s. Feeling very comfortable. Ahead 10 kills against the Dire team. Now Pudge looking to see if he can get a hook off. Seeing to get in the best position, but the creep wave is just cornering him a little bit. Now he has creeps in between him and the Razor. Unfortunately gets dueled. The swap does go off, and just not enough much damage output. The Ravage does finish him off. The right click's coming out from Legion Commander, and the Spectre will die as well. The carries are taking an absolute beating, and they can't have any more deaths if they're going to take the advantage into the late game. Razor feeling very manly right now. He's going to open up right now with the Plasma Field, try to finish off the Venge, and he should be able to, yes, he is able to finish off both. Actually finished off by the Centaur War Runner. I believe he had a stomp. The Overgrowth is cast by the Treant Protector. He's going to have to back off. He's not going to be able to do any damage. That is actually just going to be returned on him. And the Plasma Field doesn't quite get him. Good attempt by Razor, who also has a Vanguard. Hoof Stomp. Trying to get a little bit of return damage there, but just chooses to back off. Runs away from the tower. 17 minutes. Already diving tier 3s. Both Centaur War Runner and Razor with the Vanguard. And if they can regen, they'll continue to be very, very tanky during these team fights. Legion Commander has a Blade Mail, and she will be popping that. Her duel is up, and likely going for her Blink next. It looks like she's saving up for the Blink and will have very, very scary initiations against the Dire team. Now let's see what they can do. Dire does have some defensive wards coming up. They are about to expire. The ward is on the Roche for the Radiant, so any Radiant attempts aren't going to be detected possibly, especially if they smoke up. They're going to be able to sneak that off. Now Radiant in the jungle of the Dire. The tier 3 has been taken. Is it tier 2 rather? And they're considering the tier 3, but they're turning around now. They're going to go for the tier 2. And a little bit out of position, Legion Commander, decides to cast the Blade Mail. He's going to try and get a duel off, and Vengeful Spirit knows what's up. She's just going to run away. Needs to go back to the rest of her team. Now, her team could have gone on the Legion Commander, I think, and safely gotten away. Legion still does not have her Blink. Should be going for that next. The Shaffle does go off on the Tidehunter illusion, and I don't think they realize it's illusion, just it's so tanky now. It's actually not that tanky. It only has level 1 Kraken Shell. Pudge just barely misses the illusion with the hook, and they do switch the focus now to the Centaur War Runner. The hoof stomp is used, and the duel goes off on the Pudge. I don't know if the Pudge is going to be able to finish this. No, the Pudge, well, nobody takes the duel. Pudge may finish with an Anchor Smash. Anchor Smash Gus does finish off the Pudge as well as the Wind Ranger. Nobody got the advantage from the duel there, but definitely looking good in terms of the Radiant team. Uh-oh. All right. There's always room for a comeback. There's always room for a comeback. We'll see what happens. Spectre's doing his best to run away, having all of his strength stolen. Doesn't have any mana left either. Juking nicely through the trees. Razor is not exactly sure which direction he's gone. And just barely is getting away. Very nice double juke away from Razor. I think he will be able to make it home. Must be feeling really good about that one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Unfortunately, Dire losing its two tier 2 towers, and not even taking a single tower from the Radiant. They have started to ward up defensively in their jungle. They're saying, okay, we're going to catch up anybody who's roaming. That Legion Commander who has her duel ready, we're going to try and catch her off guard. But maybe not. Maybe she's not actually going for the Blink. She actually has 3k. And she might be saving up for an Eagle Song. She could be going the Butterfly build and getting some evasion for her duel. Evasion with Blade Mail. Very, very scary situation to go up against. Uh-oh, Tidehunter now looking for an opportunity to open up with an Anchor Smash and follow up with a Gush. Doesn't have a Ravage up for another 40 seconds, but the Hoof Stomp does land correctly on the Vengeful Spirit and is able to lock down into position well. Overgrowth is used and is able to stun. Unfortunately, the Blade Mail is just melting. Just absolutely melting well, I think there was a Wind Ranger, and all 4 are dead as a result of that fight. Pudge looking to see what he can do, but there's not really anything he can do against a Perseverance on a Tidehunter and a Blade Mail on a Legion Commander. Legion Commander does have her duel down, does get the hook on the Tidehunter, and the tower damage is not going to be quite enough to finish it off. He does Blink, Gush, and has even Ravage if he needs it, but unfortunately, that's going to be a team wipe against the Dire team. Pudge, really the only one with kills on the Dire team. Level 9. Facing up against a level 14 Razor. Really in a tough spot. Not going to be able to defend these Raxes. Just don't have the damage output. And these heroes are so tanky now with the Perseverance. The mech in the team fight, so the extra HP regen, all the Blade Mails, Blinks, and Vanguards coming out. There's nothing you can do against this.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
Living Armor provides armor and HP regen, but even on the tankiest hero, it's not going to be able to do much. Spectre does have Haunt up in 40 seconds, and it looks like the duel does go against the Pudge, does follow to the Ravage as well, and the damage is just piling up on this Legion Commander.
tower is under attack.
Right here. Okay, let's take a look at gold earned for both teams. Right now, the Radiant, it has a 25k gold advantage. And yeah, that's an absolute massive advantage. Same with XP. Looking at a 25k advantage. And really, that started happening 5 minutes into the game, as we can see. Top really took a beating against this great Tidehunter. And here, 2 seconds. Learning to manage the what's on the screen. Tidehunter and Legion Commander did a great job getting some early kills and started to snowball with some early duels. Right now, the duels have given 103 extra damage to the Legion Commander. Already 23 minutes in, they've already taken a Rax at 23 minutes. Treant Protector caught out of position, and the duel will go down. The hook lands on the Legion Commander right after the duel's finished. I'm not sure if this is going to be able to do enough, though. The Blade Mail is still going to be down, and unfortunately not going to have enough tankiness to stand in front of that Legion Commander. Just so much right clicks coming off. The Gush is canceled with the Tidehunter. Great micro coming out from him. Duel is down for another 25 seconds from Legion Commander, but she was looking for an engagement. Press the attack now, or overwhelming odds rather, was probably going to be attempted to finish that off. And it looks as if the Dire team is calling it GG. And they're just going to hang out in the tower. So let's take a look. 5 minutes in, it looks like Tidehunter was able to destroy the Spectre top, followed immediately after by the Razor killing Pudge. Now, Pudge was able to get back at the Razor, but unfortunately, the Pudge really did good mid, impressively against the Razor, but unfortunately, the team composition wasn't strong enough to keep up with the lanes. Sinjar Warrunner with his Hoof Stomp and Crystal Maiden's Crystal Nova slow was able to lock down bottom lane it because they didn't have any stuns. And the regen and tankiness top was just too much for the top composition with the Spectre and the Treant Protector. So it looks like bottom racks will fall. And Treant Protector, being optimistic, says we can come back, but I'm pretty sure it's hopeless.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Guys, pretty sure this is a GG. I'm going to be right back.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Fresh mate!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Twas but a shallow sleep.
Dire's agent is under attack.
From a spark, I grow.
Radiant structure. Radiant victory.
And against all odds, the Radiant is able to win. No, not against all odds at all, actually. Unfortunately, very early on in the game, Radiant was able to take control, and they never gave it up. So that's going to be it for this game. And that Tidehunter really did a good job. 10 kills, 2 deaths, 15 assists. Was there present for team fights. Got an early Blink Dagger. Already had a refresher at the end there. And yeah, it looks like he was trading in some items so that he could go for that really aggressive refresher and Boots of Travel. Obviously wanted to stay in team fights and have the ability to push at the same time. All right, that's going to be it for this game, guys. So we are going to see if we can get in a few more games. In the meantime, We're going to take it easy. If you're watching this on YouTube, my name's Night Vision, and I'm new to casting, having a ton of fun at it. If you have any suggestions on the cast, please send me a message on Twitch, and any advice is welcomed. Anyways, it's been fun, this cast. We'll listen to some music and be back shortly.